Boy, do I have a good one for you guys today. No, I mean, like, this is really, really good. Okay. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do our little commercial break or our intro. Okay. We're doing our little intro and then I'll be back. Hi, everyone. I am Dr. Sherry, and oh my goodness, you guys. No, I'm like serious. Out of all of the private life shows I've done, no, this one right here tops it. But before I begin, I have to start my little ticker. Am I going the right direction? Yes. All right. So you know that every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do a free orientation. Okay. And we dive deep into the fraud, like deep, deep into the fraud. Okay. So you cannot miss our orientation and you can get to it. You can register right on that link.bio/I am Dr. Sherry. Okay. But today, well, first of all, we do another show called We Assemble Too. And this show allows you to get an understanding on how the American government state assemblies is organized. Okay. So each state has its own assembly, and they are in the process now of organizing that now. All right. So if you'll go to We Assemble Too, just hit that playlist. I think I've done about 2 already. And just check that out because now that is giving you an understanding of the needs that are going to be or already in place to begin to stand up those governments. Okay. Now, let me tell you where I have been. Okay. I actually went to Boston this past weekend because they had their first, and when I say they, I'm talking about the American government with all of the states represented. I think we had 10 states that were represented. And I represented Georgia. Okay. You all know I was born in Pennsylvania. Okay. But, I'm between a lot of different states right now. I don't know what state assembly I want to work for, but in this case, I represented Georgia. So I wanted to just dive deep and I wanted to be a part of history, right? So this was the first, they call it the family reunion that we had. And it was quite enlightening. Okay. So to make sure that we have a thorough understanding, the first thing that I took away from that experience is that everything starts with relationship. Everything starts with relationship. And everything that we talked about, it had a foundation of relationship. Okay. And so it just took me back to just realizing just the basics of understanding when we are children and learning how to get along and learning how to work with one another and be a part of a team. All of that is so important. And it's really important when we talk about government and being able to work together and get along together and make moves together. All right. That's not what I want to talk to you about today. I don't know how I got off on that tangent. So let me talk to you. Tell you now what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about the difference between lawful and legal. Lawful and legal. Okay. And I actually saw a breakdown of this. And if you want to go to my TikTok, go to my TikTok. And I posted a breakdown of this that was done by Needy Bali. And I want to kind of regurgitate what Needy was talking about. And I want to kind of massage it a little further over here. But it was so profound. It was so profound. I mean, she like broke it all the way down. So again, I am on all social media as I am Dr. Sherry, so it'll be easy to find it. But let me kind of explain it, and we're going to massage some of the parts that Needy was talking about. So again, she drew 2 squares, okay? And one of the squares represented lawful and the other represented legal. And in that lawful space was everything that actually has come from God, okay? In that lawful space, it was a government that was unincorporated. Here I said unincorporated. It was sovereign people. And I did not know, but there is a difference between sovereign and sovereign. So if you get a chance, go and get the definition of sovereign. If you're in my school, I already posted that a long time ago when I showed you the difference between sovereign and sovereign. So sovereign is under lawful. Okay. It means to really be identified as free and from God. Okay. They have taken the word sovereign and renamed it like they always do, okay, to the word sovereign on the incorporated side. But right now, let me just stick with the lawful side. All right. So lawful comes from God. Lawful means that we are sovereign, we are unto God, we are free. Okay, we are who God says that we are. We are in the state that we were in when we were born. Okay, untampered with, natural, free. Okay, able to eat and live upon the land with no encumbrances upon us. Also, in that lawful side, okay, we're dealing with uh, not having to deal with corporations, fake money, anything that is in a structured setting that has imposed on our life. Now, in between lawful and legal is a hidden bar. Have you heard that word before? Bar? Okay. There's a hidden veil that they call the bar. It separates the lawful from the legal. So when we're talking about lawful, we're talking about everything that has come from God, everything that is pure, everything that is natural, everything that is untampered with. And when you declare yourself, you are on the lawful side. You cannot be on the lawful side and not declare who you are. And we know in order to declare who you are making sure that you have done your proper status correction. Paperwork, okay? You've had it recorded. Okay, you've been verified. A lot of people are coming to me now stating that they are status corrected, but they haven't finished all the steps, or they're missing some paperwork or some documents in their paperwork. So you have to make sure that you can physically see your documents recorded, okay, either in the de facto recording system or on our LRO, our land recording office system. Okay, it's important that you understand, it's important that you do these steps so you can be sure that you have been truly declared. All right. So now I told you that there is a hidden veil, a bar that separates the lawful from the legal. So now let's move over to the legal side. On the legal side, this is Inc., Incorporated. Okay. United States Inc., Incorporated. This is where you have to have a birth certificate. Okay. This legal side is where all of the statutes and the codes reign. This is where they live, on that side. So if you are operating with that birth certificate, if you're operating with the driver's license, if you are operating on documents that are governing your life, then you're legal. You're not lawful. And it's important that you decide to make that declaration. Are you going to live a legal life? And it's okay if you decide to live a legal life. It's okay. Some people do not want to be lawful. They do not want to come on the side of self-governing their life. And it's okay for them. Some people are very successful on the legal side. They go to work every day. They have a good job. They're making a lot of fiat money, not knowing it's not real money. It's not lawful money. It's not God's money, but they're okay until something happens in that de facto world. And then everything is up in arms. They lose their job. Their retirement goes down a lot. Might get a sickness and realize that the insurance doesn't cover that sickness. You see, all of that is in that de facto world. It's not stable. It's not a stable world, not truly having an understanding of being able to how to self-govern, because you have to be told and dictated what to do all the time in every capacity of your life. All right. So when we talk about that hidden veil, that bar that separates the lawful from the legal, it helps give a specific understanding on where are you? Where do you live? When you live on the lawful side, you self-govern. You are really directed on a spiritual journey by God. God governs your every step. When you're on the legal side, you have to be told what to do. You have to be told how to live your life. When the de facto says jump, you jump. When they say turn this in, you turn that in. When they say you have to report this, you report that. You have to do everything they tell you to do because you don't have an understanding yet. So those that are listening today, I want you to get a for real understanding for your life. Are you lawful or are you legal? Where do you live? On what side do you live? If you are declared, if you have changed or corrected your status, and let me make sure I always say this, but let me say this again. When you correct or change your status, only thing that's happening is that we're moving you back to the natural state you were born in. That's all that is happening. How you were born, we are correcting what they've done to you. They actually fraudulently came in, created a new identity for you that is a corporation that is in your name, and your mother or father is labeled as the informant on your birth certificate. Informant now. That's what the name is on the birth certificate application. It is the informant. Informant means somebody that's a snitch. Okay, something that's in some type of criminal, has a criminal basis to it. All right, why would informant be on somebody's birth certificate? So when you are declared, we are changing you back to that state you were in before that birth certificate was created. We are now changing your status to actually be above all of this, okay, where your status is higher than even the Supreme Court, because even they are United States citizens. You won't be considered United States citizen anymore, okay? You are considered a natural woman, a natural man that is sovereign to the land, okay? Do we have any comments? I see we got a couple people joining us. You guys, you all know I like to keep these short, sweet, and to the point. Okay, so once again, join me every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our orientation. If you are watching this for the first time, you may be like, what is all of this about? What is all of this about? I am clueless to what this lady is talking about. I need to see you in orientation, like immediately, okay? So again, you can register below at link bio, lnk.bio/I am Dr. Sherry. Just hit that registration for tonight's orientation every Friday. And you guys go back and binge watch off of all of the private shows. I'm telling you, all of them are good. Okay. Remember to follow me on all social media at I am Dr. Sherry, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.